Welcome back to another edition of Six Borough Sports, your home for New York and South Florida sports. Today, we're doing the Super Bowl preview Chiefs versus Eagles down in New Orleans. Once again, I'd like to please remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much. So, as punishment for being a Giants fan who wanted to let Saquon go, I'm going to go ahead and put on the screen Saquon Barkley 2024 highlights, him running all over the rest of the league, including the Giants, as punishment. Um, I don't think it would have been that bad if he like went to Houston or something, but because he went to the Eagles, that's unacceptable. They should have re-signed him. But that's on them. I have very little faith that the Giants are gonna figure it out next year. But this video is not about them. This is about the Eagles and Chiefs, the matchup that I absolutely did not want. This is pretty bad. If you're a Giants fan, you're tired of the Chiefs. At least Kadarius Toney is no longer on the team, so he can't get a ring for doing nothing. But although he did play a major role, when he was on the Super Bowl team, he had a good kick return. But this year, I think there's going to be a few. In this video, I just want to do like some key factors I think that needs to be watched out for in this game. Number one for uh, I'm going to break down the Eagles first. I think for the Eagles to win, they're going to need some back-breaking plays from Jalen Hurts. So some throws to AJ Brown or Devontae Smith. I think those are going to be the key. They're gonna run it with Saquon, and he's gonna get some yards, unless the Chiefs' defensive game plan completely shuts him down, which I highly doubt. But the Chiefs are going to need to not allow Jalen Hurts on key moments to just toss it up to AJ Brown or Devontae Smith. That's one of the keys for the Eagles, I think, going into this game. The Eagles' defense is going to need to make some critical stops to in situational defense. I think is really important for the Eagles. They can give up yards, but they need to know like the importance of a certain situation and prevent that from happening. Also, don't let Travis Kelsey ever be open. Travis Kelsey should never be open for any reason ever. There should be a guy stapled to his jersey for the entirety of the game. If I see Travis Kelsey open and in a key situation in this game, I'm just going to give up. I am going to be extremely frustrated. Not because I want the Eagles to win. I am not rooting for the Eagles. I cannot root for the Eagles as a Giants fan, but because there's no excuse. You know it's coming. So stop it. One other aspect I think for that the Eagles will need to be effective in is they're going to need the tush push. They're gonna need to execute that, and the Chiefs and Spagnuolo are gonna try to come up with a way to stop it. No one's really stopped it effectively since. Although actually the Chiefs have stopped it against the Bills, so let's see if they can carry that over. But the Eagles will need to execute tush pushes in order to get that little bit of extra yards. So now moving on to the Chiefs. What are the keys to the Chiefs? One, get Travis Kelsey involved. I think Travis Kelsey being really involved in the offense, I think is going to be good. Again, if he can find, like I said earlier, if he's open, it's pretty much game over. You're giving up points. Another aspect being worthy, he's going to need to have a breakout player too. I think he's going to need to, and he's been making some big plays for them, but he's going to need to like break off and be untouched, something like that. I can see happening for a touchdown or two. If him and Kelsey can, really get the offense going, I think they'll be very effective. I'd also like to see the Chiefs defensively really shut down uh, the Eagles' passing game. If the Eagles can run effectively but limit it and keep the passing game under control, they should be very effective. They need to cause havoc in the backfield, which is what Spagnuolo is famous for when the Eagles try to pass the ball. Other than that, I think the other factor that for the Chiefs is situational football. That's what the Chiefs excel in. They're the best team in the league in situational um, scenarios where the game is on the line, play needs to be made, they execute it. The Eagles are not as good. They usually beat up people and win by multiple scores, which is, by the way, how you beat the Chiefs. You need to win by multiple scores because you do not want to leave it to a one-score game. So the Chiefs are going to need to continue to play the best situational football, and that's how you win championships. Is situational football. I was just thinking about, Eli Manning not getting in the Hall of Fame, which is an absolute joke. And I don't care what anyone says about stats. I don't. Like, here's a stat: he beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. There's your freaking stat. He was fantastic in situational football, and that's why he won two championships. You know who wasn't fantastic in situational football? Philip Rivers. That's why he has no Super Bowls. So I'm sorry that's a little bit of a rant, but it does show the importance of situational football. Is executing the big plays in the big situations. That's how you win championships, and that's what should put you in the Hall of Fame. But it doesn't for certain players because people have an axe to grind because he didn't win some useless regular season games that don't mean anything. Very, very confusing. Um, and the final thing for the Chiefs, and this is going to affect the Eagles as well, is the refs. The refs will have an impact in this game. I'm thoroughly believe. Although, yeah, there was some controversy in the Bills game. I was going to say that game was relatively late, but there was that close down ruling on fourth down for the Bills, but it wasn't as egregious as some of the other things, or like the last matchup between the Chiefs and Eagles. But yes, the refs I think will probably play some sort of a role in this game. That they've been doing it all season for the Chiefs. They clearly want the Chiefs to win. Let's see if they want them to win the whole thing. But yeah, I it's been really bad with the Chiefs, and it's keeping them in games. And that's the other thing too is with the situational football is you leave it down to like one or two plays, and then the Chiefs execute the play, and then they get a good call, a good bounce, or a good call their way, and they win because of it. And that's what they've been doing all season. We'll just keep it close, and then we'll just out execute you on the key plays. And again, I know I'm keep bringing back Eli Manning, but that's what the Giants' strategy against the Patriots was. Just keep it close and execute on the important plays. And that's how you win close football games. Teams that are used to blowing everyone out don't have to execute. They don't have to execute a key play. They execute like 5 to 10 plays that don't matter as much. But like a fourth quarter play, where it's a tie game and you need a third and long conversion, and the defense is ramped up. You need to execute on those plays in order to win. So that's what I'm talking about with situational football and why the Chiefs are so good at it. Whether you like them or not, that's just straight facts. And whether or not you believe they won games with the refs, and I absolutely think they have won games because of the refs. But it still doesn't change the fact that they're a good situational football team. Um, Going in to this week, though, I thought that the Chiefs were gonna just win this one because they've just been so good. But I just think Saquon gives such a dependable offensive output for the Eagles, and the way Jalen Hurts has been playing, I'm going to pick the Eagles to win. I'm going to do something like 33-28. I think the Eagles win 33-28. I think going into the fourth quarter, the it'll be like the Chiefs, the Eagles will be up like two scores or something, and then the Chiefs will score one more time, and they'll play defense or something. The Eagles will be up two scores, and the Chiefs will try to come back. But I think that the Eagles will win this because of the effectiveness of the run game and Jalen Hurts taking that next step, like with those back-breaking plays. But it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see like if the Eagles get blown out and Sirianni, if he keeps his job after that. That would be interesting because for some reason, the Eagles are very hard on their coaches, which is very strange to me. They win a lot and then they're like, get the hell out. But that's my pick. I'm going with the Eagles. I think it's going to be a one-score game, but the Eagles will kind of get a lead and kind of sit on it, I think. Um, but this could go either way. This is a good matchup. I will say that it's not a matchup that I wanted, but it's a good matchup on paper. So it should be a good game. Hopefully the power doesn't go out this time. But that's it for this video. I'm working on getting a camera. I might get one by the end of the month, so I might be getting a little more screen time. But I'd like to just please remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subs. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.